So let's start at the beginning. The moon is here. This is a moon card and it is upside down. And the moon is basically taking things from the inside and putting them into the outside world. It is upside down. So it does feel like you may be collecting some information. You may be holding on to some feelings. You may be getting a little resentful about a situation. It may involve a Queen of Pentacles. This can be a male or a female. Pentacles are earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo if it is not you. But it does feel like you are building some resentments. And it does feel it's more on the personal front than it is on the professional front. So if your partner is creating something that you're uncomfortable with, it's time to sit down and have some difficult conversations, Capricorn, before this really blows up. But it does feel like you're really holding on to some stuff. It may be fears as well as resentments, but it does feel like you're going inside of yourself more in the month of September than you are externally adding. It does feel like you're clamping down a little bit. It does feel like you might have been disappointed about some things. This is kind of the rose-colored glasses card. This is also a 7. You have a number of 7s here. Where did I see the other 7? Anyway, so this feels like take a look at things how it really is. Don't look at things with rose-colored glasses. We cannot resolve from a place of miscommunication or misunderstanding. So really take a look at what the situation is before you make any final judgment, before you make any final decisions. But it does also feel like you have met and mastered a lot of things that you thought that would make you happy. And now it's time to redo the bucket list, start making some more dreams. And it does feel like also, speaking of dreams, that your dreams have been very telling lately. So some fears may have been coming out in your dreams, but this does look like, for the most part, whatever the situation is, it's time to really look at it honestly, not how you wish it to be, and to approach the other person from that place of understanding and information. What is above you? This is a 9. This does look like you've been trying to get your ducks in a row. So you may have been planting a garden. These grapes are kind of lighting up for me. So it does feel like you've been doing a bit of nurturing of your hobbies, nurturing of your plans. You may have been moving things around the house or even painting rooms, changing rooms, things like that. But it does feel like you have been doing little projects that really make you feel good about you. This orange is lighting up for me. In fact, you've got a number of cards with some orange in it. And when I ask Spirit what that means for you, sweet Capricorn, it does look like you're doing some healing, not only on the mental plane, but on the physical plane. You've been planting some seeds and now you're watching them grow. It may be even literally planting some seeds. You know, in the Western Hemisphere, our gardens are start to really, really flourish right now. But it also does look like ideas to either add to your finances, or create a new way of making finances. So you may be turning a hobby into a way of making some money on the side as well. But it does look like all that hard work that you did over the last couple of months is starting to come to fruition. So whether it is your physical garden or whether it's your physical house, it does look like you're letting go of things that no longer work in your life and embracing the things that propel you into your greatness. So that's a wonderful thing. We have the Queen of Pentacles. As I said, this can be you. If it is another earth sign, it would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But it does look like your money might have been a little funny for the last couple of months. And Pentacles are really about generosity and good managers, being practical and having being a good advisor. So it does look like you've had to be a little more practical in your money, although Capricorn, you are one of the most practical signs there are. But it does look like you've had to redo some of your money thing, reallocate. Maybe you were spending a little bit more on, you know, videos or something and you had to let that go. But it does look like you're being a little bit more conscious about where your money is going, saving for a rainy day. This may be even saving to move to a new home is what I'm feeling, or to invest a little bit more in the home that you have. So, but it does feel home oriented. But in general, it does feel like things are coming into view for you. You've been doing a lot of healing work on your spirit and on your physical self as well. So things are starting to come into view a little bit. And it does feel like you may have a new opportunity. This Queen of Pentacles feels like there may be a new opportunity, again, to make money doing a hobby, something that you always and all will do to the end of your life, because it's something you have great passion in. So it does feel like you may be able to make additional income from that, and that's something that you're looking at. The Page of Wands is here. That's all about messages, and wands are about movement and fire. But there may be a more important message coming about this current situation, about this hobby. It can be even getting a promotion or finding out about a different job. But it does look like it will require a little bit of your motion. But it does feel like an important message coming to you about your financial situation or your work. It can be an invitation to a social situation, but it does feel more work related, since this is all about really getting your money in order. So this Page of Wands is needing a little bit of effort from you, a little bit of communication, put some feelers out there, and it does feel like you will get some information back. It also feels like there's some communication that you've been waiting for a long time. So kind of this piece of a puzzle, of a mystery, and it does feel like within September, October, you will find out the mystery. It can be, someone who has passed unexplainably. It can be, you lost money or a job or something a number of years ago, but it does feel like that piece of the puzzle that's been kind of stymieing you for a number of years. This is not something that has just happened, but it does feel like the piece of the puzzle will be gifted to you. You will have some more answers around this mystery that's been kind of hanging in the balance for a while. The Three of Cups is here. This is celebration, jubilation. This can be, getting together with your gal pals or your hunting buddies. Just getting together for a joyous, simplistic celebration. This can be a wedding. This can be a birth. But it does look like it's simplify your life a little bit. Start enjoying the connections that you have with people. This can be, a family reunion, something you're specifically going to in the month of September, possibly October. This pumpkin is lighting up for me, so it may be plans that you're making for in October. But it does look like it's something you will have a great time in connecting with people that you haven't seen in quite a while. So it could be a family reunion, high school reunion, just gathering for a wedding, barbecue. But it does feel like it's time to accept some of those invitations. Let all this caca go, Capricorn, and enjoy that wonderful, splendid space with the people who love you unconditionally. And what is the basis of all this? This does look like some tumultuous stuff in your space. It does look like a lot of these changes have happened because of either bad news or somebody else's behavior being abhorrent. This can be an affair, losing a job, an illness, something really, really negative happened in the past, but has kind of propelled you into your greatness and forced you into making some choices that maybe you wouldn't have made as quickly. So it does look like it is still there, but it's kind of driving you forward to make these more positive, life-changing decisions for you. And you are kind of leaving some of this jive in the dust. You are no longer engaging in things that no longer serve you. So if this is a relationship that went sour, it does look like you're making your separations. If this is a job, it does look like you have left. Friendships, marriages, etc. It does look like you're kind of leaving it in the dust and you're just observing it. You're no longer engaging in it. But it did, when you were engaged in it, it did kind of really moved the dust around and really helped you make some decisions that maybe you weren't going to make or just going to wait and see. But it does look like your trust issues were challenged. It does feel like your heart space was hurt. So, sometimes heartache and disappointment is what propels us into the right road in the right direction. And that's what it feels like has happened, Capricorn. The Knight of Wands is here. That is upside down. And that is a fire sign. Knights of Wands usually are about motion. If this is a fire sign, that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Knights, as I say, are about motion. They want you to get up and go. You've got some messages here as well in the fire realm. So this wand is really about wealth, being influential, good fortune, and honesty. It is upside down, so it does feel like this person that you've had this encounter with is not being honest with you, still is not being honest with you. So this may be a boss, this may be a lover, this may be a child, this may be a family member, but if it feels funky, it is, sweet Capricorn. But it does feel like they are continuing with this lie, and you know it's jive. You know it's jive. So trust yourself over anyone else's information always. The next card here is the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is really about messages from the past. You've got a number of messages here, but this is connections from the past, love places. You may be connecting with your old high school girlfriend, or you may have gotten a letter from a cousin you haven't heard from in years and years and years. So this is stuff from the past coming to the future, to the present right now. So pay attention, check those emails, and it's usually something to do with a message of love, a message, a positive message, not one of, the blame game or anything, but this is one of heartfelt messages from the past. The Death card is here. This does feel like the ending. It feels like the ending of this tumultuous jive stuff, whether it is work related, whether it's interpersonal related. It does look like it is coming to an end. So it's time to make provisions for that ending and keep moving forward, Capricorn. Keep moving forward. Don't sit in the hope that this is going to change. It doesn't feel like it's going to change. So it's time to start making provisions for your next steps, your next step. On one side for clarity is a star. This is new beginnings, new ideas, pouring out information from the planets, from your soul into manifesting into the physical world. So it does look like you may be manifesting a product that has been in your head, an idea that's been in your head, collaborating with someone. So all those great ideas, it's time to put a little motion and start doing some collaboration, start asking some questions, put out feelers. If you're starting a company, start a website for that company. You don't have to make it go live until you're absolutely ready, but start putting in the footwork for your success, Capricorn, whatever that looks like. On the other side is the Fool. That's taking a chance, taking a leap of faith, trying something new. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're being foolish, but it is a warning not to go back in time, not to do the same things over and over again, to take a leap of faith and to try something brand new. So that is your general reading, sweet Capricorn. I'm going to read a couple of these chakra cards, and just for clarity's sake, let's just pick one out of here. Let's see. Mysticism. Wow. I guess you're getting more and more in touch with the spirit of who you are and your magic. So, and faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the journey, faith in spirit. These are all higher echelon cards. These are on the higher echelon purple. So those are for the crown chakra. So you have raised your havingness from the lower levels of survival into the magic level. So congratulations, Capricorn.